impressive, huh?
Hello guys, today I'm gonna tell you about updated Enduring Legacy build, which gives me opportunity to deal 1.2 million damage per second. I guess it is the best build for this weapon. First of all, you need to open your inventory, aim your weapon and press F1. In this case, you can see your basic stats. Enduring Legacy has good basic attack damage. Also, it has high attack rate, high amount of ammo, high critical hit rate, and high critical hit damage. That's why we will be focusing on critical hit rate and critical hit damage. Unfortunately, this weapon has low weak point damage, only 1x. So let's go to our adjustments. In this case, of course, first of all, you need to focus on critical hit damage and critical hit rate. Again, press F1 and you can see that I got probably not so big amount of critical hit rate, but 0.9 critical hit damage, which is 40%. So definitely you need to roll here critical hit rate and critical hit damage. If you use this weapon against bosses, you need to roll damage against Colossus. And the last one, you need to roll fire attack, firearm attack or weak point damage. It's on you. Why fire attack is so good? Because if you press F1 and check your unique ability, you can see that you can decrease resistance to fire attack. Also, your unique ability gives you firearm attack. At the first level you can get 7%, if you will upgrade your unique ability, you will get 11%. Okay, let's move to our build and our modules. What is necessary to mention here? That game does not add real numbers to your DPS. For example, you can see that I have build which have more than 800,000 damage, but actually this number is not real. Actually, we have more damage, because first of all, your DPS does not include weak point damage. We have 40% plus 35% weak point damage, which is actually 75%, which is huge number. Also, Fire Enhancer is not included in this statistic. To check all numbers with modules applied, we can press W, and in this case you can see our real number. 25,000 damage, 762 fire rate, rounds per magazine 115, critical hit rate 40%, critical hit damage 7.69 and weak point damage 1.75. And let's check fire attack, 9,000. Let's took off this module and check how much fire attack we have without this one. We lost 7.5 thousand damage, which is actually a huge amount of DPS. So we definitely include this one. Two weak point damage modules. Next one, fire rate, which increases attack speed. Then I guess basics for all weapons. It is module that increase fire attack, rifling reinforcement, and action and reaction. Summary, they give 93% of your damage, but you can see that we got only 78. Where did we lose 15% of our damage? It is edging shot. Actually, this one questionable module because you can exchange it with inside focus. What is difference between these two modules? Edging shot gives you 40+% critical rate, but you lose 15% of your damage, which is actually huge number. Inside focus gives you only 14% of your critical hit rate, but also it gives 6.5 critical hit damage. You can see that I'm losing a little bit of damage. You can decide for yourself. I decided to left this one, which increase critical hit rate. But you can exchange it with the inside focus. It's on you. Next one module, which also gives you some sort of debuff, it is concentration priority. This one gives you 120% critical hit damage, but also gives you debuff, which decrease your reload time modifier. This one doesn't matter for me because we use machine gun, which has 115 bullets, so we will not reload it too often. So 120% critical hit damage, I guess worth it definitely. Next one, better concentration, which gives you 74% critical hit damage, and better insight, which gives you 40% critical hit rate. As a result, we got high damage, high attack speed, high critical hit rate, high critical hit damage, high fire attack, damage against Colossus, and good weak point damage. But we can scale this weapon even more. For machine gun, I guess the best Descendant it is Enzo, so let's move to our modules. First of all, you need a supply firearm enhancer, which can give you 15% increase weak point damage and also additional critical hit rate 29%. You will lose this buff after reloading, but because we use machine gun, it doesn't matter a lot, as I said you previously. I activated. Let's check our critical rate and the weak point damage after this buff. We got 96% critical hit rate and also 1.9 weak point damage. What else can we do to improve our damage? It is shot focus. This module can be only combined, unfortunately for us. And also I want to mention multi-talented module, which also can improve you very much. First of all, you need to increase duration of your abilities and decrease your cooldown. It's all to improve your ultimate ability, which can give you 20% additional attack and 20% crit rate. You can see that my cooldown 27 seconds and duration of this ability is 13 seconds. Multi-talented can highly decrease your cooldown. All you need is use any of your dimension abilities. Let's check it out. I use any of my dimension abilities, press I, Descendant and check cooldown. We have only 9 seconds cooldown on my ultimate ability. Without this dimension ability, we will get like 27 seconds cooldown. So all you need is use any of your dimension abilities, for example shield, and then you use ultimate ability, and cooldown of your ultimate ability will be only 9 seconds. So you can get always buff which will increase your DPS and your critical rate. Let's check our numbers. 28,000 attack, 100% critical hit rate. Let's check some other tricks. For example, you can use Annihilation set, and also you can use Walk a Tightrope, which can also increase your damage. To increase it, you need to decrease your health. And let's check it out. I press Q, press C, and let's check our damage. How much damage do we have? Press I, W, and we got almost 35,000 damage. And also 12,000 fire damage, because it scales of our main damage. Next one tricky module, it is Passionate Sponsor. Why it is tricky? Because when you use your drone, you will give your teammates buff, and in this case you can get from 7.5% additional firearm attack to 75% firearm attack. It also gives you buff when people use your supplies. So it can be very useful for gameplay in team. If somebody will complain about my build, that you don't have Descendant or you don't have module, you must understand that almost all heroes have some specific modules which can increase your DPS. For example, Valby and Supply Moisture, which gives you additional 20% critical hit rate. So let's check numbers. It is 40% critical hit rate, but after I use one ability, we can check it and we got almost 80% critical hit rate. Another one example, for example, it will be, I forgot even the name of this hero, let's check it. Lepic, okay. Lepic also has some specific module, for example, Power Unit Change, which can give you additional 52% of your attack. As always, we check our damage, 25,000. I just press letter E, 32,000 damage. And also 11,000 fire attack. Previously it was like 9,000. Yes, it was 9,000. Always try to improve your weapon with your Descendant and combine their abilities to maximize DPS. Press like, check other videos, good luck, have fun!